Let's talk about what to do when somebody tells you you're doing everything wrong.
What are you doing?
If you have an editor that's coming to you and saying, this isn't strong enough, or the character's not coming through, or this is falling flat, or this isn't coming alive for me, all of those kinds of things that you hear.
You're making me mad!
And you get back an edit of your page that looks kind of like this. This is my own edits on my page. I want you to take a second and breathe. I know it's hurtful. I know that even when I do this to myself, I'm like, what do you mean I got all this stuff wrong and I have to add all of these things in here? It is very difficult to deal with criticism of any kind, especially if something that you put your heart and soul to. I get it, but just breathe and think about it for a second. All the editors I know, and myself as an editor and as a fiction coach, my goal is not to make people cry. And I realize that sometimes they do, because I've been on the receiving end and I have cried when I've gotten a pretty harsh critique back, because my editors always have something they want me to make better and stronger. First of all, it is not personal. Second of all, you need to look at your book as a product. This is a product to the reader. This is something they are going to invest their money in, money they have worked to earn. They are going to also invest time into your book, time that they aren't spending with their kids or their loved ones. So you have to make it worth their while. The job of a great editor or fiction coach is to tell you, yes, what you're doing wrong, but also how to fix it. That's part of what we talk about in the masterminds that we do each month. I go through everybody's pages, I make a lot of notes like that, and then I tell them how to fix it, because that's the hardest part. Like, what do I do with this now that I know I have all these things going wrong? When you get a critique or an edit back, take a second, step back, look at it objectively. And if you can't do it that day, put it aside. I usually need at least 24 hours to kind of read my editor's notes, where I can kind of absorb it as a professional telling me what to do as a professional. Learning to write a book is a process. It is not something that you learn overnight. It is not something you necessarily learn with your first book, your second book, your third book. Remember, I wrote 10 books in 8 years before I sold my first one. 10. It took me a long time to learn these lessons that everybody was telling me that I needed to learn, because I was too close to the work. I was too wrapped up in it, and I didn't see the problems that were rampant in my work. So take a moment, breathe. If your editor or critique partner or beta reader has come back with a particular comment over and over again, drop it in the comments. Let me know, because I would love to help you with that and tell you what my opinion is for how you can fix it. My goal is to help us all write better, stronger books. And sometimes it means doing this to them before they become what they should be. Whatever element of your book you're struggling with, I have a video for that. So be sure to subscribe, hit the notification button, keep coming back, or even go to the live streams where you can ask me a question right there in real time about whatever you're working on. The whole goal of writing compelling fiction is to be here for you as you go through your writing journey. So drop questions, ask things, join our community, and I've created a lot of free resources to help you do that. So ask your questions, join our community, come to the live streams, just be there, and you will absorb this information that you need, and you will take your book from flat to fabulous.
Jumpstart